I am live again. You know what? I actually like just popping up and surprising you guys with live videos. Also, what I'm going to do is record my screen just in case if YouTube happens to somehow want to edit my live feed. Okay. So let me record my desktop and let's record. Okay. So, hey guys. So, we're going to talk about. Oh, wow. No. Oh, this is share screen. Oh, okay. Whatever. So, you guys, what we're going to talk about, okay, is the liberal cognitive dissonance. And what that basically is, you guys, is the state of having inconsistent thoughts, beliefs, or attitudes, especially as relating to behavioral decisions and attitude change. Now, you guys, let me highlight a few key points of this. I know we talk about liberal hypocrisy. I know we talk about the double standards. I know we talk about how they are supreme denialists. Okay. With all those been touched on, and mainly, you guys, we everyone mainly talks about those, but the cognitive dissonance, we ignore that. Perfect prime example, you guys. Okay, so Sarah. Wait. Is it Sarah Huckabee? Yeah. Well, I think it's Sarah Huckabee or whatever her last name may be. Whatever. She gets rejected service. Okay, just because of her political stance. Well, what about the other Trump woman that's on his administration? She gets heckled while eating Mexican food. What about Tomi Lahren? Okay, when she was in Minneapolis, my hometown, a liberal threw water on her. What about how conservatives are like being attacked, called all kinds of names? We have liberals who have actually threatened to commit acts of pedophilia against Barron. We have had liberals also talking about they want to kill Donald Trump's kid, and they say all kinds of just grotesque things. And then they say, well, we know it's bad, but it's okay because of your political stance. It's acceptable, even though we don't agree with it. You guys, that is called cognitive dissonance. We all know about the history of the Democratic Party. We also know the history, even to date, with the Democratic Party and minorities. The Democratic Party, you guys, is falling apart. They are imploding. They are pretty soon going to start attacking each other, and all we will have to do is just sit there and eat our popcorn and drink our pop and just watch complete pandemonium unfold right before our eyes as we watch the Democratic Party completely just self-destruct. Something else I want to tell you guys about too with cognitive dissonance, okay? Because of cognitive dissonance in California, you guys, I want to tell you something. California had the fifth biggest economy, okay? Now it's seventh because of liberal policies. In California, they have people who are living in tent cities, especially in San Francisco, where there are tons of syringes that cover the streets of downtown, and people are defecating on the streets in downtown because they're living in these tent cities because of liberal policies. You guys, people are leaving the state of California and they're going to like Texas and other places. Even companies are leaving California because they're being overly taxed. California is in debt. I'm serious, you guys. There are cities in California that have actually filed for bankruptcy because of liberal policies. You guys, liberalism is a plague. And unfortunately, it is infecting more people than we can actually prevent it from spreading to. The ways that we can actually slow down this liberalism is definitely by education, and we have to control the 7 mountains of influence, you guys. We have to. I'm talking about entertainment, education, politics, religion, and et cetera, because I can't remember each and every one I just named off. But you guys, we have to start controlling the seven mountains of influence. All you need is 3% to have a counter movement, and you can start your counter movement. You can be highly effective by placing people in pivotal positions of influence. This is why, hence the 3%, the homosexual movement, emphasis, the homosexual movement, this is why they are controlling the rest of us. And I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, well, no, that's crazy. That's completely outlandish. Well, substantiate your claim. Well, I can look at Hollywood. Look at what they're doing in our schools. Look what they're teaching in our universities nowadays. Okay. They are controlling the mountains of influence, and they are indoctrinating people with this liberalism. And it is a great plague that causes a mental disorder. Not to also mention that the people on the left, even minorities, themselves, and even whites, these people suffer from Stockholm syndrome. You have to suffer from Stockholm syndrome in order to live in the harsh conditions that these people are living in, when their masters are basically giving them provisions and telling them that you're going to go to this school, you're going to live here, this is what you're going to drive, and we're also going to support you as being a single mother because you are keeping the dad out of the home to raise your kid. We're going to support you. This is the life that you're going to live, where people are murdering each other, where drugs are being sold, where you can't even walk down the street without in fear of being raped. And these people have Stockholm syndrome because they keep voting for these people. They keep voting for these same policies. They keep voting for these people, the insanity, in hopes that it will just end one day miraculously. But no, these people are definitely suffering from Stockholm syndrome. But also, I just want to get back to the primary, or just the initial topic, is the cognitive dissonance with these liberals. They always say, well, it's wrong, but then again, hey, it's okay. That's just like when a person is smoking, but yet they know that it's harmful. Liberals, I don't know. They are just infected with inimical ideology, or just practices, these beliefs, whatever. It retards progression, and we cannot move forward as a society. You know what, Beavis? I want to take this moment, okay? And I want to give you a huge shout out. I want to say, man, I appreciate you and Linda. You two just you guys just shine so much. I mean, you guys always comment, and all that kind of stuff. And thank you for your encouragement, man, because this is a battle and it's really hard to stay motivated. It really is. But you guys, I know I may talk about liberals a lot, and I know you guys might be like, well, when's your next sermon? Or, when is this? But the thing is, you guys, I have to talk about liberals a lot because these people are becoming even more crafty. They're becoming more cunning. They're more baffling, to be honest. I mean, and it's just because the thing is, you guys, there's no end to their absurdity. And I don't want you guys to be rendered speechless. I want you guys to be prepared when you go against these people. You have to make sure that you control yourself. That's one of the things. When I was at that Trump rally and I was face to face with these liberals, I looked at them as human beings, but I looked at them in a way, it was just, you know what? It wasn't sympathy or anything like that. It wasn't apathy. It was empathy. And I'm just like, wow, I'm glad that they're passionate, but they're wrong. How can I prove that they are wrong? And so, you guys, I believe, as I said in my last video, that the best way to have a civil war. Hey, Paco, how you doing, Rodriguez? Good to see you. Hola, amigo. ¿Cómo estás? So, the thing is that you have to paint a vivid picture for a liberal, but it has to be impactful. It has to have a lot of emotion. It has to be dramatized, I notice, for them, but it has to be completely dumbed down. It does. It has to be dumbed down. And you guys, I know this is a broad statement that I'm going to make right now, okay? And if I'm wrong about it, I will retract the statement and I will own up to it. But here's the thing, you guys. I'm just going to be candid with you. I'm going to be frank and I'm just going to say it, okay? Because I'm just a blunt person, but my intention is not to offend anyone. I believe liberals, and I know I just said I wanted to say it without trying to be careful. I just want to be blunt, but I believe liberals are usually people who have a lower IQ. I mean, that's just me. Okay. I don't care if you went to college or anything like that because I believe there are educated idiots. I run into educated idiots all the freaking time. Yeah, I mean, Maxine Waters is a prime example. That's right. That's right, Blue. Prime example. This is what I'm talking about when you put the wrong people, okay, in Congress. I have no idea. Her district is completely poor, crime stricken, and she still lives in a multi-million dollar mansion, and everything that she says is completely devoid of logic. No solutions from the from the liberals. No solutions whatsoever from them. No solutions from them whatsoever. Everything is always a temporary fix. And even when it's a temporary fix, it is nothing but a disguise for them to profit and then also to tear that person down even more. Look at all these inner cities that are controlled by Democrats. You guys, they are cesspools, they're hellholes. No one wants to live on the south side of Chicago or the west side of Chicago. Why? Because it's controlled primarily by Democrats. If you look at all the districts that primarily vote conservative in Chicago, oh wow. Huge difference. Huge difference. You guys, they refuse to actually pinpoint or they refuse to acknowledge the fact that liberalism basically constitutes to destruction, poverty, inimical thoughts, lack of education, a lower standard of living. And you guys, I know a lot of people might think this stuff is harsh, but this is just the truth. We have to face reality. If you can't face reality, you're not going to really change your circumstances. Let me give you guys another prime example of cognitive dissonance with these liberals. Well, take a lot of the African Americans, right, who are liberals, right? They know for a fact, beyond any doubt, that is primarily black males killing black males, and they know that the rap music isn't good for them. But what do they say anyway? Oh, we're going to ignore that. We don't care. I mean, we know it's bad, but no, we don't care. We want to talk about white cops, or we want to talk about a white person that actually said something racial to a black person. That's what we want to talk about. We don't want to acknowledge the problem. They want to talk about the 2% problem or the 1% problem, but they want to ignore the 98 or 99% problem. Do you guys see where I'm headed here? These people refuse to look in the mirror. And actually, as individuals, when you refuse to look in the mirror and point out your own character defects, do you know that's called a malignant narcissist? I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings. I'm not. I just have to tell the truth. That is called a malignant narcissist. When you look in the mirror and you don't see anything wrong with yourself, you don't even think you need any self improvement whatsoever. Liberals are being taught to be malignant narcissists. Even in our universities, our children are being indoctrinated to be malignant narcissists and also to have an entitlement complex mixed with the victim mentality. You guys, I'm going to be honest with you. As I said on my last video, all we have to do is stand back and just help our president. Donald Trump has it. He did not become a successful billionaire for no reason. He knows what he is doing. All we have to do is just stand back and support him. And then also, you guys, what is so amazing, once we stand back and we support him, but we also make sure that we do not digress in our movement, in our positions, and we hold the moral high ground. Watch this Democratic Party, these people who believe in these self-refuting like positions or arguments, watch, they will self-destruct in due time. People, I want to say this again, I know it's becoming cliche. People are created equal, but all thoughts are not equal. And you guys, I prefer to live in a society where people wish to go for enlightenment, not stupidity or completely secular humanism or postmodernism. No, I definitely refuse to digress. We are not Neanderthals. We are humans. The conservatives act like it. That's because when being a conservative, we take history into account because we want to learn from it. And then also so that it doesn't repeat itself. Then we are also concerned about the future. What can we preserve for the future generations? How can we make the future a lot better, a lot brighter for the future generations? That's what we're concerned about. That's why we create the jobs and the liberals work for us. You guys, I know I'm on a tangent here. And I know some of you guys might think my behavior might be slightly flippant, but it's not. It's just the thing is, you guys, I mean, this is not a senseless tirade. This is not senseless conjecture. This is based on nothing but that is fact. And I'm facing reality, even though it is something very ugly. And this is called, I'm going to label this video a red pill video. Just so happens that if a liberal is to happens to stumble upon it and they are, and they watch it. And the reason why I do these things, you guys, is because I care. I want my actions to actually speak louder than the words. I care. This is why I do these things. I want to wake as many people up as possible and get them off of the mental plantation so they can become productive members of society instead of holding back society. Man. Hey, Mohammed, good to see you. Big Wolf, good to see you as well. Blue, good to see you as well. You guys, we really have a lot of work to do, but it's going to be worth it. Now, when I say our ancestors, you guys, I'm not just talking about as blacks or as just whites. I'm talking about anyone that has come to the United States or is born in the United States, and they have put their lives on the line to ensure a brighter, safer future for the generations to come. You guys, I cannot let, you know what? I'm going to say something, you guys. Hey, Corey. Hey, good to see you. I'm going to say this, you guys. I know MLK is pissed. If he was alive today, he would slap the Black Lives Matter movement. He would slap tons of these Democrats. He would slap Louis Farrakhan. He would slap Jesse Jackson, Marla Munt Hill, Maxine Waters, Donna Brazile, Hillary Rodham Clinton. Seriously, he's a Christian. He would slap all these people and he would say, you are killing my people. You support abortion and you have aborted over 56 million black babies alone, not even counting the white babies. And then even abroad, you guys, it's close to 1 billion babies that have been aborted. We are aborting our own future generations. And then I don't know if you guys understand this, but when you kill a baby like that, don't you know that's considered child sacrifice? I'm sick of these sellouts. I'm sick of these people that need to be in insane asylum telling us what we should do, dictating to us what is morale and what's policy, what's feasible and what's not, what's correct and what is incorrect, what we should teach your children. And hold on, actually, you know what? They don't even ask. They say, this is what we're going to teach your children. And if you don't like it, we're going to lock you up if you try to go against us. You guys, this is tyranny. This is systematic oppression, and it makes me sick because the United States used to be a free country. And, I had one of my Christian brothers the other day, who's a notorious passive Christian. He said to me the other day, do you believe, oh, come on, where's all my text? He said, do you believe, Duran, that the Civil War was a just war? I looked at him dumbfounded, like, are you serious? Is that really a question? And then he goes into this intellectual dribble, talking about how it wasn't a just war and how it didn't actually meet the mandates or the standards to be a just war. And I'm just like, dude, I'm not going to sit up here and have a mental masturbation conversation with you over an event that actually changed the course of history for the best. You guys, we get a lot of people. Now, I do. I have a huge vernacular and I try to hide it. I don't want to get on here and use colloquialisms or big words or verbiage and all that kind of stuff because I want people to understand what I'm saying. And if I can explain it in layman terms, I believe that is a great display of intelligence. But the thing is, you guys, we settle just like the liberals. The liberals, they're eased and beguiled into sedition. They listen to this psycho babble BS, this intellectual dribble, and this mixed in with existentialism and etc. And you guys, it is nothing but insidious. And it just makes me sick because it's like critical thinking is completely been stumped out. And they say, do what you want to do, act off an impulse. And your first thought is right. Do not have any conviction whatsoever. You are basically an animal since they are teaching evolution. And so, what do you think majority of the masses are going to act like if you're teaching them that they come from freaking animals? You don't think it has some kind of a psychological toll? And then they want to question everyone's pathology down nowadays. I mean, come on, man. This stuff, this is sensical. It really is, you guys. And what really just trips me out is that we have so many people at these institutions acting like they're truly educated when these are just indoctrinated idiots. They don't want to dig into true history. They don't want to expose liberal revisionist history. You guys, let me just tell you this. I want America to be way greater than it has ever been. That's why that slogan, Make America Great Again, should be changed to Make America Even Greater. We have the opportunity to do it with this president that is in the House, you guys. And I know this is kind of sounding like a spinoff of my last video, but you guys, I just want to drive the points home. Is that a lot of people are going to be left in the dust. A lot of people are. And you guys, I would never incite any hate, any violence, any lack of intolerance whatsoever. I believe that if you cannot have a civilized discussion with the person, well, cut it. Cut off the conversing between you and that person. There's no need for you to become irate and belligerent with these people. There's no need. If you can't discuss anything in a civil manner with the person, we'll walk away from them and let that just be the end of it, you guys. No, Paco, here's the thing. Is that we know better. These liberals know better. It's just the thing is they don't want to go against the tide. They want to stay on their bandwagon. Okay. They want to remain on a plantation or with their collective herd. And where one goes, they all go. The blind leading the blind right off of a freaking cliff. And they're going right into the abyss. It just makes me sick. That, I mean, I never ever thought that, oh, let me get this off my face. I had a little fuzzy. Anyway, it just makes me sick to my stomach when I just actually just think about the future of America and how it can actually turn out. You guys, I have a strong imagination. And so it's kind of like I analyze like what's happening today, and then I kind of like magnify it and how it would be in the future. And I'm just telling you guys, we cannot allow our children to inherit a liberal future. A conservative future, absolutely, but a liberal future, absolutely not. We just can't do it. We can't do it, you guys. We can't. Anyway, that's enough of my little tirade there. I'm gonna open up for questions. You guys have any questions? I need to learn to stop hitting my mic. It'd be awesome if I can learn to stop hitting my mic. So I'm open for any questions. And you guys just remember, if I don't know something, I'm not going to act like I know it. I'm just going to tell you I don't know. So please feel free to ask anything. I am open book. Oh, Paco, I talked about my my Trump rally story yesterday on my last video. Go ahead and check that one out after this feed feed has been terminated. And one more thing I just want to say, whenever I go live, right, it's not glitching on my end, but every time I go live and the video uploads fully to YouTube, it seems it's every video where I'm making a crucial point, it's edited. I'm not doing it. I'm going live. I can't change it. I'm not doing it. It's crazy. Watch the video from yesterday. When you get to about 4 minutes left of the video, watch how they edit all like the main parts. It's ridiculous. It is completely ridiculous. The censorship from these people. They are afraid of us. We're not afraid of them. We're not acting like we're afraid. They are acting like they are afraid. Why are they trying to silence our voice? Why are they trying to use any form of intimidation to silence us? They are afraid. And sadly, I can't hold the people responsible. I can hold their leaders responsible. The people who they look up to, that's who we need to start going after. And you guys always say this too. I always expound on this is that when I talk about liberals, I'm not talking about a person in particular. I'm talking about the ideology. Then I'll also point out their leaders. You can expose their leaders. Trust me, we can win lots of hearts and lots of minds. So let's see. Democrats want to eliminate God in American society so that they can become God. Absolutely. And you know what, Cox, that has been a norm ever since the beginning. That has definitely been a norm. We have not deviated. That is our human nature. It exists in each and every one of us. But you need God in order to keep it in check. So yeah, you're absolutely correct with that. They want to create their own gods. Absolutely. It just kind of reminds me of how the Jews, the Exodus, how they created that bull and they started to worship it. That's what Charles Manson wanted. Damns the party for Manson. Okay. So you guys have any questions? Wow, these feeds are becoming a little bit more interesting. A lot more interesting. You know what, Rodriguez? I wanted to stray away from that topic, but you know what? That's a good question. I'm gonna get back to that, Rodriguez. Okay, I like what Chris just said. He said, "Isn't it funny that they say God is love, but they are willing to eliminate the Bible?" Boom. Hey, man, look at that. I mean, that's wow. That's a profound example of liberal hypocrisy. Absolutely. So, Rodriguez, race war. Is it a possibility? Absolutely. There was a point in time in my life where I was just like a race war would be improbable. Now is a strong possibility that is possible because we have so many idiots. First of all, we have been miscategorized, the conservatives, as we have been labeled as the far right. We're not the far right. We're just conservatives. That's it. Okay. People will say, but you're on the right side of the spectrum, but we're not far right. Okay. We're not even remotely close to being alt right. Then, as I said before in my other videos, the liberals are just the same as the alt right. There's going to be a clash. And here's the thing, you guys, you notice when I just made that example, the conservatives were not in that example. You got the left and you got the alt right. They're going to clash. And all we have to do is mind our business. I'm telling you, when you have two sides like that, they're going to butt heads. All we have to do is just move. I mean, seriously, you guys, that's all we have to do. Like when they bumped heads, was that in Charleston, where they bumped heads? You had the alt right, and then you had the liberals. Whew. Hey, let me just tell you something, okay? I don't want to see anyone hurt. I don't ever want to see anyone killed. Here's the thing: is that when you deal with people who are complete just idiots without any thought whatsoever, they have no remorse for for humankind, and they actually look at people as if they're ants. You mean to tell me you don't think that they're gonna have a huge conflict when they come together? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. You guys, we're gonna keep doing what we are doing. We're gonna keep standing up for our values, our beliefs, our culture, our heritage. And we don't have to go out there in the streets and fight with people. We don't have to because we are productive members of society. We have jobs. We're business owners. We're pastors. We're present, fathers or parents, as I should say, active parents. We have responsibilities. We can't just go out there and just riot and fight people all the time and not be concerned about going to jail. No. We productive members of society. And I'm going to just tell you guys, okay? I'm going to tell you this. We are the cream of the crop. I mean, here's the thing. I'm not saying we are superior to any of them. But the way that we live our lives, look, you guys, we don't have time for any of that nonsense. MLK believed in judging people not by the color of their skin, but by the content. Yes, by the content of the character. Cox, you know what? You just hit the nail on the head again, because I said this in one of my other videos. Now, what they're teaching in our universities, and then also teaching in our elementaries, high schools, they are teaching systematic racism. They are teaching to hate the white man while the white students are in the same class with the minorities. So what are they teaching? Oh, yeah, you hate the white man, minorities, and also the white man to hate yourself. That is what they are teaching, and it's systematic. And then they always say, well, here's another thing, hypocrisy with these people. I had asked one of my Christian brothers, he said that, the passive guy. I said, do you believe there's a such thing as in talking white and talking black? He goes, no, there's no such thing. That's absurd. But then do you know what he turns around and says? Well, there is black English. There's white English. This is how liberals are. Okay. Flawed premise. They don't even notice their hypocrisy. First, he says there's no such thing as talking black and talking white. But then he uses these little college terms and goes, well, there is called black English because I'm a linguist. I said, dude, you just said there's no such thing as talking black and white. So which one is it? They're not consistent. They're not logically consistent whatsoever, ever. And it's a shame that these are idiots. And that's why I always tell the person, just because someone may have credentials does not truly mean they are intelligent, because I want you guys to walk away with this golden nugget. Only true wisdom comes from God. If you don't know God, you don't have wisdom. And if you know God, you have God's wisdom. So what do you think that makes you? It makes you a heck of a lot smarter than anyone that has any credentials. It's we have people, they just want to settle for the counterfeit. I don't want the counterfeit, you guys. So I'm going to go into my little preacher moment here, and I'm going to use a little bit of expository preaching. I don't want to settle for anything that's counterfeit. Look at the counterfeits, okay? Counterfeit for marriage, counterfeit for the nuclear family, okay? Counterfeits. Who wants this stuff? Counterfeits for even the sex that you were born. These are all counterfeits. Anything that man try to create will never, ever, ever quench our spiritual thirst. Our spiritual thirst is for Jesus Christ and Jesus Christ alone. Yeah, it's Mister, it is. It just blows your mind when you just think about how they're so logically inconsistent. It does. It just really just blows your mind when you think about these liberals. You guys, I'm going to be thinking about probably trying to find a liberal who actually has the balls to debate me on certain topics where I'm not willing to even compromise. I'm willing to talk about abortion, marriage. There's only two genders. The right to bear arms, your freedom of speech, what is truly hate speech, etc. I'm definitely willing to discuss these things. I'm definitely open for dialogue. And I need to start finding these liberals. And because here's my mission, you guys. Now, I want to make sure that I'm not stepping outside of the will of God. But here's the thing. It's time that we start exposing their leaders. And Trump is doing a really good job of it, but he really needs our help. And I'm so glad that we have Steven Crowder, we have Candace Owens, Turning Point. They go into these universities, Ben Shapiro, Dinesh Souza, etc. I'm so glad that they go into these universities and they shred these liberals to pieces. Even the professors are too afraid to debate conservatives. Why? That's because they know that their premise is flawed. They know that their position is fallacious. This is why they do not want to be exposed as imposters, intellectual imposters in front of their pupils. That's why they don't want to debate us. What issues am I more moderate about? Can you be a little bit more specific? You're gonna have to narrow it down for me, Cox. I can just tell you one that presents a moral quandary for me is uh, I believe that government does not have the right to tell a person what to do with their body. But I also do not believe in abortion. So it's kind of like the line is kind of like blurred. It's obscure because I'm just like, well, hmm, I can't tell you what to do with your body, even though I don't believe in abortion. But if you were raped, which you guys, here's the thing, okay? This is the exception for the rule. Okay. I'm gonna have to say, with being a Christian, I believe that all life is precious, sorry, that no, absolutely no to abortion. There's no reason for it. Then they say, well, the other argument they present is, well, what if she's going to die? Hmm. Well, let's deconstruct this, right? Let's break it down. Well, if she's going to die, and you guys here's the thing, I'm examining my own heart on this, right? So if the woman is going to die, given the fact that, I mean, what do you guys think the percentage is realistically? I don't think there's any way that you can even come up with a statistic for this that would be accurate. But I'm pretty sure it's so minute that you can't even consider it or toss it into the equation to be a determining factor. So if a woman is, so just to say, if the woman is going to die from having a kid, either she didn't know, right, that her life would be in jeopardy for having a kid, or either she did know. And then also the third one is this. Well, if she's raped, you guys, all of these are extremely low. They cannot be contributing factors to actually make you, like, I mean, sway your decision on it. So I'm just going to have to say there's no absolute. I don't believe a person has the right to take a baby's life. I looked in the dictionary, you guys, they changed the meaning of fetus. Wow. I mean, just how they changed definition of marriage. They have actually changed the definition of fetus. Fetus used to mean small person. Now they they put all these medical terms. Basically, you guys, just to paraphrase here, now it's basically a parasite. Wow. Calling human life a parasite. Mm-mm-mm. I guess the egg isn't alive when the sperm goes into that egg. I mean, isn't the sperm alive? Come on, you guys. I mean, it's not. This is not complex. Oh, let's strengthen the climate change debate next. People are not focusing on the part to object to, which is human cause. Hmm. It is ridiculous, Cox. Rodriguez, man, I wish I could have you to jump on his feed with me so you can actually express what you mean. Oh, okay, got you, got you. Well, Rodriguez, here's the thing. I don't ever worry about climate change. You want to know why? Because the earth, Mother Nature, she replenishes herself. Every t- you guys look at this, volcanoes, right? Volcanoes, they are a beautiful mess. But the thing is that every time a volcano erupts over a certain amount of time, it creates new vegetation and also new landmass. This world is self-replenishing. Everything that we use on this planet comes from this planet. You mean to tell me that this planet can't not replenish itself? No, absolutely. Rodriguez, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Once we start gathering elements, okay, from other planets, then I can say we can completely destroy the earth. But dude, look at that. We have nukes. We have freaking nukes. We can nuke ourselves to oblivion. The earth will still be here. And guess what? Mother Nature will replenish herself. Period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I mean, you don't have to be a science major, just to understand that. So this climate change is nothing but, you guys, it's nothing but another elaborate little scheme for these liberals. Because you know what? These liberals, as I said before, they're not dumb. I will give them that. They're not dumb. They're crafty. They're just like their father, Satan, the father of all lies. I'm glad Trump got us out of the Paris Climate Change Organization. God is the beginning and the end, so the future is set. Amen. Amen, Chris. Well said. Oh, that was eloquent. Thank you, Chris. I mean, absolutely, he is the author and the finisher. That's right, brother. Amen. Amen. So we have nothing to worry about, you guys. All these are just human concerns. People who act like they really do care. But have you noticed the hypocrisy with that? Majority of these people who are talking about we are destroying the world, yet they fly in jets. They can go everywhere in jets. They have these $1 million or multi-million-dollar mansions that uses tons of electricity. They drive these Hummers. I mean, etc. I mean, wow, talking about walking contradictions. You know what? I want to touch on something else too. Here, hold on, give me a second because I want to gather myself. Ooh, Lord Jesus. This is about to get brutal. This is about to get brutal. You guys, I'm going to get really stern here for a second. I wish Robert De Niro would shut the hell up. I wish these Hollywood celebrities who live in fantasy world would shut the hell up. No one gives a damn about your opinion. Who cares about what you think? You are a trained actor. You are a high paid phony. And I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of these people are paid to take their clothes off. They're nothing but glorified prostitutes at the end of the day. They don't have any scruples. They don't have any morals. They don't have any ethics. It's all for sale. And I hate to put it like that, but they are for sale. For the right price, if I was a billionaire, or just say if I was let me just say if I had the most money in the world, I can buy and sell each and every celebrity that is talking trash about Donald Trump. I bet you I could. These people are for sale. Period. If you can take off your clothes for money, you're a glorified prostitute. If you can go against your own morals and ethics, you're a sellout. These people are sellouts, just like these rappers, sellouts. All these people in the entertainment industry, sellouts. For the right price, you can have them on your team. This is what I love about Donald Trump. Do you guys remember when he started to run and he said, wait, hold on. I used to buy and sell these people. They do not have a heart. They're heartless. Do you guys remember that? Donald Trump was not lying. That's why I love Donald Trump. He has no reason to lie. He told the truth. I used to buy and sell these people. They are heartless. And that's just the truth. We have a president that really gives a damn about this country and us. Look at his track record. How in the hell can a person with true intellect, a person who has integrity and dignity, sit up there and try to argue with Donald Trump's track record? His track record is flawless. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And you have to be an extreme denialist who's living in cuckoo land not to give this man his credit. Donald Trump deserves a standing ovation from everyone in the United States. This man is doing the impossible. You know what, you guys? No one else can do what Donald Trump is doing. And that's why God put him in that White House. You guys, we have these years of grace because Donald Trump won. That man truly cares about this country. Period. There's no way you can convince me otherwise. Correct. I mean, he started doing the impossible from the beginning. He went against the globalists. He went against even Islam, you guys. He went against even the Republican Party and the liberals, and he still won. And yet he still is accomplishing each and everything he told us that he was going to do. And you guys, has there been a successful, massive terrorist attack in the United States since Donald Trump got in there? Hell no. They don't want to talk about how he completely obliterated ISIS. And look at Obama. This dude had 8 freaking years. They didn't want to talk about how Donald Trump, when he was first elected, how he met with all those black leaders and they talked about a plan, and he put Benjamin Carson in head of urban development. They don't want to talk about that. No, they want to call him a racist. Get the hell out of here. You know what? They're so intellectually dishonest and so disingenuous. Even I want to jump in the flesh and you guys and just start handing out slap cards. Get in line and just start slapping these liberals, slapping some common sense into them. They cannot argue with Donald Trump's track record. They can't. And you guys, as I told people on a Facebook group, because I'm on tons of Facebook groups for Donald Trump, supporting Donald Trump, as I told them last night or the other night, I said the only reason why these people refuse to stand by Trump is because he's white. Their messiah, Obama, failed them miserably. He was an epic failure for a president. And we have Donald Trump, that is a white man, who was completely shattering Obama's legacy. And they don't like it. They hate it. But that's okay, because Donald Trump's keeping that other promise. He said, we are going to be winning so much that you're going to get sick of winning. Look at that. Over 3 million jobs come to the United States. He has poured trillions of dollars back into the economy. He is renegotiating terrible trade deals. Even China, he said, was sucking $500 billion per year out of our economy and building theirs. There are tons of manufacturing companies coming back to United States in these inner cities where they were being outsourced by the Democrats and their policies. How can they argue with this man? He is doing the hell he said he is going to do, and that's why they can't stand him. They wish that Obama was able to do what Trump did. Period. They have been put to shame publicly. And all these epic failures in Congress, even on the Republican side, have been exposed. They have been exposed as career political criminals who have been wasting our money. Period. That's why they can't stand him. He is putting each and every one to shame. You guys, our president deserves a standing ovation. Oh, yeah, you better believe the Paco. Obama was with the Muslim Brotherhood. He had nothing but tons of Muslim Brotherhood in the White House. Tons of Muslim Brotherhood in this administration. Do you think Mike Pence will be a good president? Pence in 2024. I like this person. I really like him. You know, Pence, here's the thing. You know what I like about Pence is that Pence, this man, he's not ashamed to say he's a Christian. Any person who cares, who has his attitude, you know, Pence is a more experienced Christian. We have to. I just want to say this: Trump, he's a baby Christian. We know that, okay? But Pence, he's a more experienced Christian. Could it be possible that Pence could even go on to do way more than Trump has done? Absolutely. Trump is the hardest working president I have ever witnessed in my life. This dude works his butt off. We have a true champion. And you guys, Donald Trump, even though I know he has some character defects, I'm not going to say Donald Trump is president. There are a lot of things that he may do and say that I don't agree with. But you know what? I love Donald Trump's heart, period. Period. I love his heart. I love Donald Trump as a person. So with Pence, possibly can come up as his successor. Can Pence do way more than Trump could do? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, Rodriguez. Yes. And you know what? Here's the thing. I believe that Pence may be like, man, wow, God has used the foolishness of man to put us to shame. And that's Donald Trump. Donald Trump's not a politician whatsoever. And he's putting all these politicians to shame. He's doing what they were saying that it couldn't be done. Period. Oh, we have a great president. I just got to tell you that. So, tons of prayer, you guys. Tons of prayer. That's all we need. Anyway, you guys, it's 9:10. You know, I have to get ready because I got a full day tomorrow. Full day of sharing the gospel, being a mentor, a lot of preaching, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, a lot of work. So you guys, go in peace. Make sure to read your Bible, pray, keep praying, hold on to your faith. Remember, we walk by faith, not by sight. Okay. So start using your spiritual lenses. Keep trusting on God. Trust me, if we keep confessing our sins and we keep looking to God, God keeps his promises. All we have to do is keep crying out to him. Keep leaning on him. Keep looking towards him. Keep trusting him. Keep being obedient. He will heal our lands. We are watching God keep his promises right now. You guys have a good one. This is Christian Duran signing off. If you like this video, okay, I got to make sure I sign off properly because I don't do it on the live stream. If you like this video, after it's finished uploading, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, but most importantly, share, utilizing every platform of social media. You guys take it easy. Bye-bye.